girl was clearly live streaming in Antarctica, where the temperature was -120 degrees Celsius, yet she was so hot that she kept taking off her clothes. On the contrary, her best friend, who was at home with the air conditioner set to 40 degrees Celsius, was shivering from the cold, with frost forming on her body. It wasn't until her best friend was on the verge of freezing to death that the girl finally confessed. She had long known that her best friend was bound to her through a tactile exchange system. She also knew that her best friend had colluded with her boyfriend to harm her. As long as her best friend agreed to do one thing for her, the girl would let her go. It turned out that in the previous life, the best friend had colluded with the girl's boyfriend. They did charity live streams every day, under the scorching heat of 40 degrees Celsius. This caused the girl, who was bound to the tactile exchange system, to be burned to death alive. However, the best friend and the boyfriend gained both fame and fortune. They even inherited the girl's billion-yuan estate. Fortunately, heaven gave the girl a chance to start over, after being reborn. Through investigation, she discovered that the tactile exchange system on her best friend could also act back on the best friend herself, so the girl warned her best friend not to harm her. As a result, the best friend and the boyfriend became furious out of humiliation. They abducted her and locked her in a room with the air conditioner on. For this reason, the girl decided not to hold back any longer. After asking her subordinates to rescue her, she launched her revenge plan. First, she asked her subordinates to cancel the financial support for her boyfriend's company. She also put pressure on his boss. Then she went to Antarctica. She turned on her live stream and started taking off her clothes. Soon, the best friend, who was shivering from the cold, found out about this. She made a video call to threaten the girl, telling her to go home immediately, otherwise she would not let her off. However, the girl ignored her and kept taking off her clothes one by one. The best friend, whose body was covered in frostbite sores from the cold, had to turn to the boyfriend for help. So the boyfriend threatened the girl, saying he would break up with her. Yet the girl not only agreed to the breakup, but also said she had cancelled the financial support for their company. The boyfriend was caught off guard instantly. At this moment, his company's boss called Dan said he was fired. Because of this, the boyfriend had no time to respond to the best friend's plea for help. He immediately went to find his boss to ask for the reason. Meanwhile, the girl took the opportunity to make a demand to the best friend. As long as the best friend agreed to bind the tactile system to the boyfriend, she would let the best friend go. Upon hearing this, the best friend cursed the girl, saying she was trying to sow discord between her and the boyfriend. But when she saw the girl start taking off her clothes again, she was so afraid of freezing to death that she had to agree. In the next second, the boyfriend, who was begging his boss not to fire him, suddenly felt an intense cold, and frost formed all over his body instantly.